Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you notice behind me, things are looking pretty well put together. It's because the house, don't mind the mess, we just had our engagement and housewarming party the other day, 2 days ago, but the house is finally together. I would say it's about 90% there. We are done painting. I have the stairwell finished, which was one of my biggest challenges, was to get a ladder from there up to here, which is literally about a 15-foot height, 15 feet from the steps up to where I needed to paint roughly, and that was a little worrisome, but got it figured out, got it done, and it's just nice. It's nice to see everything kind of like put together. I mean, this is temporary right now, this TV stand. We're gonna eventually have this mounted to the wall. This is the Samsung frame. So it's supposed to like replicate like a picture frame. So I would love to have that flush against the wall and have it used as like a little talking piece or a conversational piece when people come over. You could have like a little piece of like art displayed on the TV and see if we could trick anyone to think it's a picture frame or not. Pretty sure they'll know it's a TV, but yeah, just happy to have this house done, relax a little bit. And before I get into today's video, hopefully no one saw that, I'm roasting either today or tomorrow. So I will be filming hopefully twice today. I just have some stuff to do for work. I gotta pop out, ship something out at FedEx, get some stuff, some emails done, some calls done. And then we're gonna come home. I'm gonna get a couple things done around the house, cleaning up after the party, and I'm roasting. Like, that's it. I'm ready to go. I need to roast my beans. I have a lot of beans to roast. I have a lot of roasting to film to show you guys because I owe you guys. And I'm pumped. I'm pumped to get some coffee, roast it on the channel so we can roast, review, taste, and share it. Share it with whoever wants to try it out. But to get to today's video, what I'm going to be reviewing today is our little monthly review that we have with this right here, the Atlas coffee. I don't know what they shipped. I did notice, and I hope it's not a little giveaway, but they have this right there. And I really hope that wasn't a little slip. I've never noticed that before. So I'm really curious as to why Nicaragua is on the shipping label. But let's find out. Oh, there we go. Got it done with one hand. Oh yeah, looks like this. What do we think it is? Pretty bag. Really pretty bag. That's one thing I do enjoy about Atlas is some of their bag designs are awesome. It is, dude. What? Nicaragua, the shipping label gave it away. But look at that bag, really pretty. So let's see. We have our little cards here. Sorry, I'm being a little aggressive. I only got one hand. Nicaragua, a little postcard that they always send. And let's find out about the coffee and not the tasting notes. So we have here the Nicaragua. It looks like it may be, so it's from the San Fernando region. It's a wash coffee, as every bit of their coffees have been washed. They're fully washed. 1,100 to 1,600 meters above sea level. I'm trying to read quickly through the history or the notes to pick up on that. Nueva, Segovia. I don't know if that is in reference to the farm or the region, but not looking at tasting notes. But yeah, that's it. I today will only be doing an espresso pull. I ended up going to a coffee shop this morning in Roxborough. I think it's Flying South Philly coffee shop. I think they use Maiden coffee, and got an espresso there this morning with the fiance. We had to park our cars off the block because I think they're going to start putting asphalt down today. But their coffee was great, and the kind of touch again on the Maiden coffee, which was the last coffee I reviewed. The more I'm drinking this, the more I'm enjoying it more and more. It's such a great espresso. And I know it looked kind of, I don't know if it came off like fake or staged or whatever when I tried the espresso. But during the taste of the espresso, when I was drinking it, the taste up front is awesome. It's really nice. But after that first taste, it sits on the palate. There's almost, I almost want to explain it like there's almost like a fire that goes off, or like a burst of light that hits the tongue, where it's like I guess an explosion of flavor is one way to put it. But there's like this immediate impact of flavor that just hits after you take that first sip, you drink it, you get that first tasting note, and then bam, like it hits you with this crazy flavor. I don't know if that's because of the bourbon beans. I know bourbon, coffee varietal beans, the bourbon coffee is usually a more premium coffee, I believe, or a more sought after coffee varietal that roasters go for. But whatever that experience was, I keep replicating it. Like it wasn't a one-off thing. It was new to me and my taste buds, I feel, or I haven't had that experience in a long time. So, yeah, that's kind of what I experienced. So I wanted to kind of touch back on there in case you looked at it and you're like, oh my God, he's trying to oversell and really push from the Maiden coffee. But it really was a really awesome experience. I am definitely cherishing those beans every time I have it. And I'm not even sharing it often too much because, like with my family, for example, they only drink your typical Italian roasted espressos, dark, really bitter, very strong, like, you know, those dark tasting notes like charcoal or dark rich caramels or cacaos, you know. That's what they like. So if I were to offer them this, like I offered it to my brother, and he was like, "What? Like, what is this?" But I did brew coffee during the engagement / housewarming party, and I had my fiance's cousin. She wanted to try it. She loved it. So I'm glad I got to share it with someone who enjoyed it. But yeah, let's get back to this Atlas coffee. Really excited to try it, and let's get to it. All right, so I'm having a little bit of an issue with the tripod. I can't get it to focus further down on an angle. So we're kind of stuck in this position, and I'm just hoping you guys can capture enough of what I'm doing. So let's get this prepped. So yeah, we're only gonna do the espresso today. I don't want a heart attack. I didn't have too much coffee this weekend. Pretty much just this morning and maybe one espresso shot yesterday. Okay, so it does have that typical scent that I've been getting from Atlas, but there was a nice sweet scent that I got after opening the bag. So the hopes for this coffee just went up. Okay, we're at 19.0 grams. Let's get, very nice. I think what we'll do is we'll go for the filter as usual. I've been making this a staple to my prep game. I think I've been enjoying it. I don't want to make it something I completely rely on, but the fact that I ordered 200 of them, I figured why not? Let's just keep incorporating it into my prep, get more used to it, and then I can order another 200 of them for the future, and then try to like space it out more with my use to make it go longer, last longer. But here we go. Here's a question. I think, let me look at the beans. I think I'm gonna do a 5 on the Baratza for the grind setting. I think just having used the filter as much as I've had so far, I think it allows me to grind a little finer and achieve more of that thicker espresso brew. So I'm going to give that a try. We have this already measured so we can get a before and after and see what the retention is. But let's get this grinded up. So they say after grinding the beans is when you'll get the strongest scent of the bean. It smells good. I have high hopes for this. Just praying it comes out pretty good. One thing I started doing with my espresso prep is running the machine earlier versus right before I pull the shot. I feel like it allows the machine to heat up. It gets my espresso glass heated up, but it also allows it to cool down enough too. So it kind of resets at a better temperature versus running the machine, putting the portafilter into the machine, running it again, where I feel like it builds up too much heat. Like I like that I let it cool down for a few minutes before I run it again to pull the shot. So let me get the tamp and my WD-T tool. And we're gonna do some whisking over here, break up the clumps, distribute it as best as I can. And we're gonna go for it. Because I'm not doing a pour over along with the espresso, I'm willing to attempt dialing it in. So if I have to pull another shot, I'll be more than happy to. I think now with me not being on a time crunch as much anymore, and barely even watching YouTube videos because I would always come home from work and have to paint or do something around the house to get it ready for the party, and the fact that we're out of that stage and we're more in a stage of kind of enjoying the home, you know, I'm able to kind of get some of my personal time back. Like I can catch up on videos. Like for example, I was watching Omniel's videos regularly, and for the last like couple months, at least 3 months, like I haven't been able to keep up at all. Like I was up to like a month behind at times, and it like I haven't even been able to watch any of my own, like not my own, but like my own like videos that I was watching regularly. Like I do follow some other YouTubers who will travel, or maybe there's one YouTuber who I'll watch that like speaks different languages, and I watch Kill Tony because I do enjoy comedy, and it's like I haven't been able to keep up with anything. Like it literally has been work, come home, work, go to bed, and I would repeat that. Or I was traveling to New York, you know, or whatever it is. So just glad that overall I am in a position where I can kind of get some time back, and it's really, really nice. I want to weigh this again. I just want to see if we stayed at that 19 grams, even after tamping and WDT. Okay, so we're at 18.6, so we lost 0.4. Curious to see. Yep, there's a little bit in there. I'll retamp. I will retamp. I know that's probably a party foul, but I gotta make my beans last. So yeah, oh shit, I'm not WDTing it again. So one thing that I'm excited about is getting the roasting back on the channel. It's definitely something I want to kind of make regularly. And I don't want to overpromise anything, but I was thinking of trying to get like, I don't know. I was going to try to do double videos a week, but I don't want to overpromise, especially because I don't plan on buying other coffees to review either. Like whatever I have is what I have. So what I think I'm going to start doing is, I'm not going to start doing anything. I'm just going to start incorporating the roasting into the channel. It's going to definitely be my main driver of coffee for the winter. I'm not buying anything unless it's a gift. I'm sorry, I'm not buying any coffee to add to my collection unless it's the Atlas coffee that I'm getting delivered or I'm gifted anything. So I'm not buying coffee anymore. Like from now on, it's going to only be what I roast, at least for the winter, and Atlas. That's it. All right. So let's come over here. We're going to reset that. Put the auto drip on, or whatever you call it. Oh my God, did not clean this, so I do apologize. Let's go for it. Here we go. Yeah, too fine. Too fine. So we'll pull another shot. So I put it at 5. We're going to put it at 6 next. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's too fine. Sorry. There we go. All right, so just to give you guys an example, the timer stopped, but we're at 19 grams so far. It stopped at 8 seconds, but who knows when it even started, the timer, and when it stopped. Yeah, I gotta get used to this tripod. My fiance got a new tripod that I figured I'd give a try today, and it's not working out too well. So that's it here. What we'll do is we're going to let this sit a little bit, and we're going to prep the next shot. So let's fly through that together. All right, so let's give this angle a try. We'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. And let me do an instant quick clean. Okay. So I'm going to go to 6. And we're back. So first things first, I am going to get the filter into the portafilter. It's a little too big for mine, so that's why when I do reorder, I'm gonna get a 53 millimeter. I got a 53.8, I believe. And I have a 54 millimeter basket. It's slightly too big, so I think 53 will be the ideal size to go for. Okay, so we want to do 19 again. Take out 3 beans. All right, 18.9. I did this, you know what, I didn't do this the first time around, but I did this when I reviewed Maiden's coffee, and I'm gonna bring you up close again. Let's see. Let's bring you right there. Oh, now I have one hand, so give me a sec. Actually, I don't even know. I don't think I could. I think I could get you that close. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to. I thought I was gonna be able to bring you guys up close, but I don't have enough hands. Oops, sorry. I don't have enough hands to make that work. So we're sitting at 6. Let's open it up. I didn't measure before. That sucks. Let's just pretend we're at 18.6 and we're good. What I'll do next is I'm gonna run the machine, get the other espresso glass out. I'm running it this time to just get the grinds off of the shower head or rain head, whatever you call it. Okay, let's rinse it. Okay, can you guys see? You can. Let's get this here, extra cushion. WDT, we're gonna fly through this. I'm gonna do a little side by side and see how the coffee tastes over extracted versus hopefully correctly extracted. All right. And just so you guys know, even though I always say good morning and happy Friday, today is Monday, the 27th of October. And I didn't get to post a video this past weekend, so I'm most likely going to be editing and uploading one tonight, as well as this upcoming Friday too, just to stay on track as best as I can. Perfect. All right, let's get you guys over here. All right, let's get this in. Can't do it with one hand. There we go. All right, let's get this moved. We're gonna get this put right there. This guy put there. Let's put the tamp away. 1, 2. Oh, messed that up. All right. Come on. Yeah, I gotta give this a nice clean. All right, perfect. I'm gonna click this button to reset. Let's do it like this. Come on, come on. Please. A. Okay. Better. Better. Good. So 14 seconds, 15 seconds, 21 grams. Much better. 5, 6, 7, 8, a little more than I wanted. 27 seconds, 39.9 grams. And here's this shot. All right. Here. Here's the first one. It's cooled down by now. I feel like I'm getting a caramel scent. caramel, chocolatey. I'm getting like a little bit of ash as well on the back end. Nothing to, you know, call home about. I feel like there's nuttiness in there too, like a roasted nut, like a hot, like during Christmas time when they have the bowl of like roasted nuts. I'm getting like that. Maybe I guess over roasted in the oven. But to compare it to this is the one we just pulled. Again, just to show you. Nice head of crema, dark color. Let's see. Dang, 3 espressos. Not good. It's a little hot. We'll let it cool down a little. But similar note up front when I had it. Not really. I'm gonna be honest. None of these Atlas coffees that I've gotten are light roasts. There's no way. They are all as low as a medium roast to dark roasts. What am I tasting? I feel like it's still the same. Like, wish I had a palate cleanser. Caramel. I feel like there could be a nut in there, but let's see. Ooh. Let's see what they are. We have pistachio, semi-sweet chocolate, oat milk. We weren't too far off, but for a light roasted coffee, I feel like we should be experiencing something a little different. But who knows? I'm not an expert. I have no freaking idea. But definitely chocolate. Oat milk, I've never really had oat milk, so I have no idea what it tastes like. Pistachio. I did get a nut. I guess like having the aftertaste sit on my tongue, I could see where pistachio could come from. But to be fair, the second cup was much better. Obviously, a 27-second shot is a way more ideal time for a brewed espresso. I prefer it to be closer to the 20-second range. And I enjoy the second shot much better. I feel like it was way more balanced in terms of the flavors. It wasn't as bitter as the first one. But is this one of my favorite of the Atlas coffees? I think so. I think this may have been possibly the best one, if not one of the best. But have I enjoyed the Atlas coffee so far? Not really. I don't know if I created too high of a standard for the coffees. Again, we still have another 5 months left to continue reviewing, and we can give a fair final judgment at the end based on the experience, and maybe provide you all with a more realistic expectation for Atlas if you were to go for a subscription or not. But overall, it's nice to have. It's a cool surprise to have every month. And I think with my experiences with them so far, they're better for your milk-based coffee drinks. So like your cortados or your lattes, I think by themselves, they're fine if you like darker roasted coffees, if you like those characteristics. But if you're someone who enjoys more of the lighter roast and the natural qualities or character that the coffees have, this really isn't it. You know, I don't know. You know, to each their own. For me, this isn't really it. I think after this, I'm probably not going to continue my subscription with Atlas. No offense to them at all. One, I do prefer to support local if I continue buying coffee for my own little stash, but like I do want to continue roasting myself. I do want to hone that skill and get it better. But it would be nice to have kind of like the store-bought coffees or locally roasted coffees is what I meant to compare to. But yeah, that's it. The Nicaraguan coffee was definitely one of my favorites from Atlas so far. Gotta say, the bag is very pretty. And that's it. The next one I'm gonna review is gonna be this guy right here. This is Newberry Street's roasted coffee. The roaster won an award for this. It is a natural anaerobic, and it's preferred for drip. But as usual, we're going for espresso and a pour over. And that's gonna be the next coffee that I review, but the next video you're gonna see after this for sure is gonna be me roasting coffee right there. So stay tuned, excited to bring that to you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.